actually go ahead and put hold on. I'll go ahead and put the hail detector on so we can see something because I want to see if there's any indications of hail. And you'll notice a flicker of flash on the screen. And it doesn't look like we have any hail, but this storm has certainly been showing some signs of hail. However, one thing I have been watching very closely is rotation, really. And the storm that over here as well that has a severe storm on as well, which that's the second warning. That one has been showing some signs of rotation off and on. It doesn't look like we have any rotation with this one, but there could be some broad rotation on the southern flank of the storm. Um, but as Beckett was alluding to, we do have the potential for what is it, 60, 70 mile an hour winds, Beckett?
The hazards with this storm specifically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the main factor.
That's what I thought because it says it right here on the tag, but I wanted to double check. So you can see your 60 mile an hour wind, so that is strong enough right there to produce some damage. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the map. This is the shear tracker. A lot of times I use this to see where rotation is, but I can also use it to see where intense winds blowing in a certain area and see a little bit of some shear showing up here on the shear tracker right now. So we'll watch it. It's on the weak side right now. But as we go back over to the radar, you can see that this storm, and I wanted to really quick. Beckett, I'm not familiar with these counties very much, okay?
No, you're good. Which county is this one? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
That is Oconee County.
Oconee County. So you can see we have this particular warning that's including the Westminster area, and this will continue to track to the east. So if you live on the south side of Greenville, Spartanburg, you're going to get clipped or more like blasted by the storm, okay? If you know someone, this is going to be passing to the north of Interstate 85 that runs southwest to northeast. So if you know anyone that's traveling along Interstate 85, call them immediately and tell them to hold off on getting home because this storm does have some strong winds with it. I'm going to go ahead and try and put a track on the storm. And it's moving east, correct, Beckett?
Yes, it is moving east at 65 miles per hour.
Okay. Oops. Give me 1 second here. I gotta go over my computer.
All right. Well, you do that really quick. Okay, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll put like 41 miles per hour.
Moving east at 65.
Yeah. Okay. 65. That's what I thought. Go ahead and talk. I'll get the storm track going.
Again, this storm warning that we're currently watching here. Right after Mason, we'll also jump over to David as well here. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 9 p.m. for Oconee County, and this storm was located 7 miles southwest of Walhalla, 5 miles northwest of Westminster. Again, the main hazards we're watching here is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Again, the locations are Seneca, Walhalla, Westminster, Long Creek, Oakway, Townville, and Lake Keowee. And we're watching brief damaging winds will move in as well. So again, that's the main concern we're continuing to watch here as well. Mason has the latest track here. Let's go ahead and jump it back over to Mason before listening to David.
You can read it off, Beckett, if you want to. I got a phone call.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead here and look at the latest storm track here. Starting off, we can see it's going to arrive at Seneca by 8:33, 8:39 in Clemson, 8:48 in Anderson, Belton at 8:56, Williamston at 8:57, and Grant at 8:59 p.m. as well. Mason, did you do you have anything else you want to say really quick?
No. We can jump it over to David. We'll continue the coverage and jump it over to David now, and we'll go from there.
All right, David.
All right, so again, right now we got some severe weather watching right now, just towards the southwest of the Greenville metro area right now. Generally speaking, across the region right now, Other than the tornado watch and the lone severe warning we have right now, just areas of light to moderate showers that we're monitoring right now across the region. Some heavier activity towards the Gaffney area, but Asheville right now, things are looking pretty good right now. Probably some cloud cover out there. Northeast of Robinsonville, Newport, southeast of Morristown, little showers out there as well. But if you're east of Brunsville towards Morgantown and Lenore, we have some moderate downpours underway for us this evening. Again, we're tracking the severe warning right now. That's why we're live on the air interrupting programming to talk about this alert. Again, a severe warning right now, including the Westminster area and Walhalla area. But heads up, Clemson, a storm producing 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds is coming your way. Same story for Townville, probably within the next, let's give it about 3 or 4 more minutes before this core comes in. But the heavier part of the storm, I want to mention here, will be here again from Westminster approaching Townville. If you're in the Long Creek area, you are in the severe warning and you already got the storm. Now you're just getting the leftovers of the showers. So things are slowly wrapping up over there. But again, the heavier activity is starting to come in from west to east. So again, Clemson and Townville, you guys are next in line for this intense storm. This is pushing off towards the east. Just want to remind you guys. So if you're in Clemson, Piedmont, Pickens, maybe even Greenville, heads up, guys. This strong to severe storm could come your guys' way. It's knocking on your doorstep. So now's the time to get ready for this severe warning that's getting closer. And then further off towards our south, a lot more showers and storms we're watching right now. These are sub-severe, nor are strong. So right now, things are not looking too shabby out there. Tornado watch goes in effect until 1 a.m. Is it 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. For this area. Greenville is not included, but Walhalla and Anderson areas, again, are included in this tornado watch for us this evening into early parts of tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at our severe weather risk for tonight. We have a level 1 risk for pretty much the entirety of the viewing area. The northeastern sections, or excuse me, southwestern sections of our coverage area, I believe we have that level 2 risk of severe weather in play for, again, mainly wind, some hail potentially, and that's what we have for tonight. Quick look into tomorrow's weather. General storm risk south of Asheville. Some pop-up storms could be possible for our Thursday. And then as we approach Friday, weather's looking much nicer and better. Let's see. So severe warning. Last update we had those about 12 minutes ago. So probably here in about 5 to 10 minutes from now, we'll have a new update coming in from the National Weather Service on the severe warning. So stay indoors, stay away from windows. Again, this severe storm right now, the reason why it's warned, it's for gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. This is right at the criteria there of a severe warning becoming issued. And that's what we have right now for this area. All right. I will throw it back to one of you guys.
All right. So like David has said and mentioned before, again, we have that severe thunderstorm warning that is currently issued until 9 p.m. The positive news that we have currently right now, and I'm just going through our system here, there's been no wind reports. Granted, this is this first severe thunderstorm warning within our viewing area at this hour. But the positive news that we have as of now is that there has been no damage, and hopefully that continues to stay that way. And at this time, there's not been an official update. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning was issued before for Harbersham, Raven, and Stevens in Georgia. But since that storm is moving east at 65 miles per hour, that was quickly canceled. And now in just including Oconee County and upstate South Carolina, again, that is in effect until 9 p.m. this evening, with the main hazards being 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Hail of 0.75 inches, but again, not really much of a concern with the severe thunderstorm warning, again, including Seneca, Walhalla, Westminster, Long Creek, Oakway, Townville, and Lake Kiowee here as well. I'm gonna go ahead and jump it over to Mason really quick, and then, well, if any more updates become available, I'll also let you guys know. Mason. Mason, I can't unmute you. You're gonna have to do it yourself. I don't know why it won't let me.
There we go. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, as David was alluding to, we do have that tornado watch that is in effect for the viewing area. If I can pop that on here, if my tablet will let me go. Anyway, while I'm doing that, I do want to point out something.
Really quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Mason, but we do have a update here. The National Weather Service and Greenville-Spartanburg has decided to discontinue that severe thunderstorm warning for Oconee County. That's the latest update here. It is weakened below severe limit and it is no longer poses a threat. But the main threats that the main concern we're watching now is small hail and gusty winds and heavy rain, which is still possible along the Pickens County line. Again, additional storms are expected to move in through the area through the overnight hours tonight. So again, don't let that catch you off guard tonight if another severe thunderstorm warning is issued, because it is very well possible. I don't mean to interrupt you, Mason, but go ahead and take it over.
That's good, by the way, to hear that warning got canceled. So what I've done here is I put the regional side of live fast track max stopper radar on the regional radar on basically. So I do want to show that this is not the only storm that we are watching here within the viewing area. There is a slew of showers and thunderstorms that are going across the Highland weather viewing area. And also you can notice some going on down here as well across the south, and they actually have a bigger threat down here. And this is something I want to point out as well. And we'll slide it down here to Louisiana. I know that this is outside of our viewing area, but I'm going to take us down here really quick if I can find the radar site down here. And that is that I want to show what they have been dealing with down here lately. And that was early actually, is where it was.
Okay.
I wanted to show this cell right here, actually both of these right here. So this one right here was one that they had the tornado on earlier, and this one right here did have one, but it was a smaller one, but you can notice that hail core right there. This is an example of what we could see, okay? Of course, this is a bigger threat through here, but still, not a question. That's why we have the tornado watch going all the way into our into half of our viewing area, really. So this one out here had a large one on it, had a large one on the ground earlier on it. In fact, it was so bad, the velocities were going high, and I could actually see the debris signature on radar. So this is just an example of what we could see, not a question, okay? I'm not anticipating like large tornadoes, but the energy is there for it to happen. And in this hail right here, not a question, we could see some large hail. In fact, I believe, Becca, didn't that severe thunderstorm warning have at one point saying that it was 1 inch in diameter size hail?
On this warning?
The severe thunderstorm warning just got canceled.
I'll have to go check again. I have it off the system. It did? Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So hail,
Sorry.
1 inch diameter or larger could be possible with any storm that moves through, okay? And now the question flooding as well. So that I wanted to showcase this right here. So Becca, I'll throw it back over to you while I recenter the radar.
All right. Again, thank you for that, Mason. Just wanted to make that quickly clear. The warning that you were watching, where that tornado warning was, again, that's outside of the viewing area. That's towards Mississippi. In that region, again, that's completely outside of the Highland weather viewing area. I just want to make that clear. The severe thunderstorm warning for Oconee County has been expired. So that's the positive news we have here. Let's go ahead and jump it over to David, as David has an update.
Yes, I do. So as mentioned, severe warning's been dropped off. The wind speeds have diminished just a little bit. So that's why there's no longer a severe warning with it, which is wonderful news. We're going to continue to interrupt programming just to talk about more about these storms real quick. Probably here in a little bit, we'll go back to programming. But I just want to point this out. Heavy clusters of showers and thunderstorms right now. These are kind of slow moving too. So these storms are producing some decent rainfall totals. I believe Mason is going to speak rainfall totals. So I'll let him show you guys that probably here in a minute here. But also just a reminder, tornado watch until 2 a.m. tonight for the southwestern coordinates of our viewing area. So just stay weather aware throughout the next couple of hours. But again, this does not include the Greenville metro area. Again, it's Anderson and Wallaha areas that are in this tornado watch tonight. Showers and storms still continue to persist this evening. Showers and some storms out there on the eastern fringes of our area, Gaffney, Forest City, I believe we cover Rock Hill. If not, Rock Hill there, showers and storms right now. But as Mason was mentioning, this is a big old weather event tonight. Our southwestern counties are getting clipped by this. But again, this entire area across the southeast here in the United States is getting some decent shots of severe weather tonight. We actually do have a level 3 risk of severe weather tonight for our friends in eastern Louisiana, Mississippi, and in Alabama. But back here at home in the upstates, we are clipped in a level 2 risk of severe weather for our southwestern counties. There's a level 1 risk for Asheville to Greenville and areas surrounding across our neck of the woods. But back to the radar real quick. Again, nothing severe as of right now. There's good old plain rain and storms. Just one of those rainy evenings. Good to keep you here on the Highland Weather Network and drink some coffee.
Alrighty, thank you for that update, David. Let's go ahead and jump it back over to Mason, as Mason has updates on the latest rainfall totals.
So, am I unmuted still? By the way.
Yes, I mean you're unmuted. Yes.
That's good. So what I've done here, David was talking about the rainfall, and so I went ahead and pulled up. This is 12-hour rainfall. This is taking us all the way back to shortly before 6 a.m. You can see where the highest totals are across parts of our South Carolina counties and almost into the North Carolina counties as well. So seeing this right here is actually indicating that we could see some heavy, some flooding occur as well, considering that this is 12 hours. And in fact, I'll walk over here and we'll take a query of some of these totals. So seeing anywhere between just over an inch, even 2.2 inches of rain in some spots. And this is just, like I said, shortly before 6 a.m. This morning. Where you're seeing some of these numbers here is indicating the highest rainfall. But if we go to 3-hour rainfall, so this is how much rainfall has fallen within the past 3 hours. You can see we're already seeing 2 inches of rain in some spots, even 1.8 inches of rain. So this is breaching that flash flood index. And then this right here is another rainfall product that we use a lot. A lot of us weather forecasters use it. This is rain rate. So this is basically how much rain is falling per hour. And where the heaviest rain is falling is down here, is indicated by these greens. So the more rain that falls per hour, the higher these values go, and the higher the more these colors change. And you see around Clemson, looking at 4.7 inches of rain per hour, and that's just like right now. So 3 to 4 inches of rain per hour, and that is just enough to stress some of those creeks and rivers out. So that's why even if we don't see necessarily severe thunderstorms tonight, you still need to stay indoors. And also, if you're driving tonight, if you happen to be on the roads at all, just in general, make sure you watch for high water. A lot of people don't realize this, but most flood-related deaths occur in automobiles, people who try to drive through flooded roadways. And all it takes is about 18 inches of water, or maybe like 2 feet of water, to wash away your car, okay? So never underestimate the power of fast-moving water, okay? That's why we get flash flood warnings going. And a lot of times you'll be watching the news, and sometimes we get flash flooding going, and we wind up with potholes as well on the roads. And so you happen to be driving, and you hit a puddle of water, and you hit a pothole, you can wind up with a flat tire as well. So that's another risk we have with these storms. So flash flooding is going to be another concern as well, in addition to those damaging winds and hail, and possibility for some tornadoes as well. So Beckett, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mason. I'm gonna keep your radar system update up here for just a moment. Again, the shower and thunderstorm activity will continue to push its way through the next couple of hours, and then we'll jump it over to David. We'll continue to move through the next couple of hours here. Again, we are under a slight risk for excessive rainfall for portions of the western North Carolina mountains, northeast Georgia, and portions of our upstate South Carolina counties as well through much of the overnight hours tonight, as again, moderate to very heavy rainfall will continue to push its way through during the overnight hours tonight. So again, flooding remains overall a concern. So again, turn around, don't drown when encountering a flooded road. Showers should continue into the early portion of tomorrow morning as well during the early morning commute. So definitely want to watch out for that as well. All right, let's go ahead and jump it over to David with the latest forecast.
And before we get to that, real quick, speaking of that, we actually do have a level 2 out of 4 flood risk tonight for pretty much a good chunk of our viewing area, pretty much from Asheville to Greenville, point southwest. There's actually a flood watch, I believe, just outside of our viewing area in the areas northeast of Asheville and east of Greenville. We have that level 1 risk of flooding tonight. So, yeah, widespread showers and storms will persist throughout the night tonight. If you guys are going to be driving out tonight, make sure you have the headlights turned on. There's any low water crossings around or you see water on roadways, as mentioned, turn around and do not drown. All right, next 24 hours here in Asheville tonight and pretty much the entire area, 100% chance of showers and storms coverage-wise. That'll be widespread. Tonight we'll dip to the mid-50s in city limits in Asheville. Tomorrow we will be up to 62, 20% for early morning showers and storms. Generally speaking, by the afternoon, partly cloudy. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow after getting some beneficial rain across our area, but some of the beneficial rain again could be very heavy at times and unfortunately could lead to some flooding. So again, make sure to stay weather aware throughout the night tonight.
Alrighty, thank you, David. And again, as we said before, there are no current severe thunderstorm warnings issued within our viewing area at this time. Again, please don't be caught off guard. A tornado watch is currently in effect until 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. So please make sure whenever you go to bed tonight, make sure you have ways to receive weather warnings throughout the overnight hours tonight. Want to make sure you have that phone next to you as well. Do we have any more updates before we return to normal programming?
Nope.
Oh, I'm all good on my end.
All righty. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Becky Webb here, along with Forecaster Mason and Forecaster David. Mason, I'm going to leave it with your screen at the end. Have a great rest of your evening. Again, Highland Weather TV will be live if another severe thunderstorm warning gets issued during the evening and overnight hours tonight. Again, thank you so much here for tuning in, and we return to normal programming.